You're about to hear 12 Irish last names that Americans say with total confidence, and Irish people quietly wince. And listen, this isn't a gotcha video. Irish spelling is not English spelling wearing a green hat. It's its own system, with its own rules, and once you catch the pattern, a lot of these names suddenly make sense. So here's how this works. For each name, I'll give you the version Americans commonly say, then the corrected pronunciation, then a quick memory trick you can keep forever. And I'll say each one slowly, then normally, so you can copy the rhythm, not just the sounds. Alright. Let's fix 12 of the biggest pronunciation traps. First up is a name almost everyone in America recognizes, but a lot of people still add extra syllables to. O'Sullivan. In the US, you'll hear things like O'Sullivan or O'Sullh. The corrected version is closer to O'Sullivan. Sull, like sullen, then vun. O'Sullivan. Now say it smoothly, O'Sullivan. Memory trick, don't chase the spelling. Treat the middle like a quick, soft, Sullivan, not Sullivan. Now name number 2 is the kind that looks easy, until you say it out loud and realize you've never actually heard an Irish person say it. O'Callaghan. Americans often say O'Callaghan, like it rhymes with Callahan in a superhero movie trailer. The corrected pronunciation is O'Callahan. Kal, like Cal, in Calvin, then hun, like the start of honey. O'Callahan. Say it slowly with me, hun. Now normal speed, O'Callaghan. Memory trick, that GH in the middle doesn't become a hard G. It softens the flow. Think Callahan. Third one, this is a name Americans love, because it sounds dramatic. But the spelling scares people into inventing extra sounds. O'Donoghue. In America you'll hear O'Donoghue, or O'Donoghue, or even O'Donoghue. A common corrected pronunciation in English is O'Donoghue. Don, like Don, then Hyu, like the start of huge. O'Donoghue. Say it twice, O'Donoghue, O'Donoghue. Now natural, O'Donoghue. Memory trick, the end is Hyu, not Gu. Think Donahue. Fourth name is a classic Irish-American trap because Americans see one letter and read it like an English word. O'Shaughnessy. Americans sometimes say O'Shognessy or O'Shognessy, like the GH is doing something heavy. The corrected version is O'Shaughnessy. Shaw, like shawl, then C. O'Shaughnessy. Try it, O'Shaughnessy. Again, O'Shaughnessy. Memory trick, ignore the GH completely and aim for the rhythm. Shaughnessy. If you get the beat right, the name instantly sounds Irish. Fifth, a short one that causes long arguments. Keogh. In the US, people try to pronounce every letter and you get Keeog or Kyog or Keog. But in common English pronunciation, it's basically one clean syllable, Kyoh. Like Keogh, said fast as one beat. Keogh. Say it, Kyo. Not Keog. Kyo. Memory trick, if you can say Kyoto without stopping, you can say Kyo. Just take the first part, Kyo. Sixth name, this one looks like you're about to cough. It's a spelling trap. Coghlan. Americans read it like the word cough and say Cofflon, or worse, Cowlon. A standard English pronunciation is Kawflun. Kaw, like caw, the sound a crow makes, then flun, like flun, in influenced, said short. Kawflun. Say it with me, Kawflun. Again, Coghlan. Memory trick, don't let cough trick you. Think caw, not cough, and keep the second syllable soft. Seventh. The name that Americans think is fancy, until they say it and realize they've been guessing their whole life. O'Rourke. You'll hear O'Rourke or O'Rourke, with an extra syllable at the end. The common corrected English pronunciation is basically 2 beats, O'Rourke. Like work, but with an R sound at the front. O'Rourke. Say it, O'Rourke. O'Rourke. Memory trick, drop the extra ending. It's not Rourke. It's Rourke. Quick, clean, done. 8th. A name Americans know because of art, museums, and a famous painter, so people feel confident, and still get it slightly off. O'Keefe. Some Americans say Okefee, adding a little ee at the end like it's Italian. The pronunciation is Okeef. One clean ending. Okef. Say it twice, Okef, Okef. Now normal, O'Keefe. Memory trick, it ends like chief. O'Keefe rhymes with O, chief. 9th, this one is a family of names in the US. And the spelling difference makes Americans think they're totally different, but the sound isn't what you expect. McLaughlin. Americans often say McLaughlin or Mclufflin, depending on what they've heard. A common pronunciation shown in dictionaries is closer to McLaughlin, with that middle sounding like lock. McLaughlin. Say it slowly, McLaughlin. Now faster, McLaughlin. Memory trick, think lock, not low. McLaughlin. And here's the thing. You may also hear variations in different families and places, especially after generations in America. So if a McLaughlin tells you, we say it this way, believe them. But if you want the Irish-flavored version, keep lock in your head. 10th, a name Americans think they're already saying right, but the ending gets rounded in a way people miss. Gallagher. Americans sometimes say Gallagher, like it ends with ager. But the common pronunciation is Gallagher. GL, like gal, then ger, like the start of gurgle, without the extra. Gallagher. Try it, Gallagher. Again, Gallagher. Memory trick, keep the middle soft. Gallagher, not Gallagher. 11th, this one is a perfect example of how Irish surnames can look polite and simple, and still ambush you. Maguire. Americans sometimes go Maguire or Maguire, like they're testing out two pronunciations in one sentence. A common pronunciation is Maguire. Like wire with a GW start. Maguire. Say it, Maguire. Again, Maguire. Memory trick, it's basically Guire with a soft ma in front. Don't split it into 3 pieces. One smooth slide, Maguire. 12th, and this is the one I always save for last because it blows people's minds, Mar. In America, you'll commonly hear meager, like the word meager. But in Irish usage, this name is famously pronounced like Mar. Yes. March like Mars, without the S. Say it. March again, Mar. And here's what makes it even wilder, you'll see related names like Mar and Mar that can also land on that same Mar sound in Irish pronunciation. Memory trick, forget every letter after the M. Seriously. Picture a stamp that says, Mar equals March. It'll stick in your brain forever. Now, before you worry you're going to forget all of this the moment the video ends, I want to give you 3 simple rules that will make Irish surnames feel less like a trap and more like a code you can crack. Rule 1, don't pronounce Irish names like English spelling homework. Aim for the rhythm. Irish names often have a musical stress pattern, strong beat early, softer sounds after. That's why names like O'Shaughnessy and Gallagher work when you lean into Shaw and Gal. Rule 2. Be suspicious of GH. In a lot of these names, the GH is not a hard G sound. It's either silent, softened, or it changes how the word flows. That's why O'Callaghan isn't Colligan and O'Shaughnessy isn't Shaughnessy. Rule 3, the diaspora effect is real. After families moved, accents shifted, and pronunciations adapted to new places. So you can have 2 cousins with the same last name who say it differently, and both are telling the truth in their own family history. The best move is simple, if someone tells you how they say their own name, that's the correct pronunciation for that person. Alright, quick lightning recap. O'Sullivan, O'Sullivan. O'Callaghan, O'Callahan. O'Donoghue, O'Donoghue. O'Shaughnessy, O'Shaughnessy. Keogh, Kyoh. Coughlin, Kaw Flun. O'Rourke, O'Rurk. O'Keefe, Okef. McLaughlin, MC Laughlin. Gallagher, Gallagher. Maguire, Maguire. And March. Now here's the fun part. In the comments, drop your last name, or an Irish last name you've always been unsure about, and tell me the version you've heard in America. I'll reply with the corrected pronunciation, and if there are common variations, I'll tell you those too. And if you want a part 2, I've got 2 options that will be even more brutal, in the best way. Irish first names Americans mispronounce, or Irish place names Americans absolutely massacre. If you want that, hit subscribe, because the next one is going to be a pronunciation battlefield. See you in the next video.